Oh, ha, ha. Just caught me. Go
And
ahead.
and how is everyone as we start off with this last day of Black History Month? This is an unusual time because today is not only the last day of Black History Month, but it is also a leap year. And
Yes.
so we are uh, dealing with some different things and some different energies because of that. I do
I
believe.
forgot all about that. It is leap
Yes,
year, isn't it?
it is. And so, this is, 4 years from now, we'll have another one. But right now, we have, we're just, it usually doesn't happen where we have these two things falling on the same day. So I guess you could say that this year we got an extra day to celebrate Blackness.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes,
All right. And so we get to what? Leap into next year, next month?
exactly. Still celebrating Blackness.
Okay. I like that. I
Yes,
love that
we
idea.
we are not going to stop just because we are rolling into March,
Mm-hmm.
and so, or should I say, marching into March.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Okay.
anyway,
Mm-hmm.
we are taking the journey together.
Let me turn this down now. So, there we go.
Yes, I am Sharon or
Mm-hmm.
Zare,
Mm-hmm.
and I am here with my oh so handsome husband
Mm.
Craig,
Mm.
or
Let me put my
Imar.
glasses down so maybe I can see.
That might help a little bit.
Yes. Look at
So,
my shirt.
yes, Black history is
Our
our
history.
history.
Oh, all right. Get
Yes,
to your school today where you're doing Black history there for the fourth, fifth year,
six.
sixth year.
No, well, actually, the things that I put up and all,
Mm-hmm.
this is the uh, 11th year that I've done that.
Mm-hmm. That's such a good job too, and
Thank you.
all the pictures, and had a video that was played today that some kids loved. And so it's good that you still
Yeah.
continue to let the world know that it's our history, American history, Black history. All history is there for us to learn from, to know from,
Yes,
and help us propel us to the future, learning from those mistakes from the past, right?
exactly. And I
Yeah.
I like to introduce them to um, our our daily icons that
Mm-hmm.
most of them have never heard of,
Yes.
and have no idea about the importance of what they have done. And so, my thing is, next year,
Mm-hmm.
I've got to just start thinking now about who I'm going to focus on and how I'm going to do it for next year. Because, um, and I thank you for your vote of confidence and your
Mm-hmm.
encouragement as I go through this, because we both know there are not many people around there that
Mm-hmm.
would be open to helping. They will say, "Oh, that was great,"
Mm-hmm.
but they're not going to step out in that
Yeah.
hallway with me while I'm doing the
Yeah,
work.
yeah. Plenty of people who want to, get into the harvest meeting, get into the game, to get up on the stage, to get the limelight, and all the cheers that come with it. But they don't want to be behind the scene to do the work.
They don't even want to get on the stage.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't care about them.
Yeah, no, no. What I mean
Them
is,
sit and watch.
and that's
Mhm.
about it. They won't step forward and say, "Oh, you need some help.
Oh,
Let
but
me help
sometimes they
you."
can be armchair quarterbacks.
Yeah, but they'll say, "Oh, you did a great job.
Yeah.
Glad you did it." Well, thank you very much.
Hmm.
But your encouragement before it's all over
Mhm.
would have
No,
really helped.
especially with the kids that are involved. They do.
Yeah.
So once you tell everyone out who's watching, give them
Our belief
our
statement.
belief statement or our
Yes.
motto. Someone said our mission.
Yes. And it says, we are going to relate. It doesn't matter what your mother says, father, children, or even what Jesus says, we are going to relate. At Taking the Journey Together, we believe in relating in a balanced manner. Balanced relationships are those that are entered into as friends first and lovers second, but has both aspects in each partner.
Both aspects. Boy, we're going to be talking about aspects
I was just about to
or
say the same thing.
energies that
Yes.
can be in each other. So
Yes.
on that note, what is our topic that we're talking about today?
Today, we are going to be talking about divine feminine energy.
Yes, yes. Or we could say the difference between divine and feminine energy.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
wow. I know you are going to probably do most of the talking, even though we're going to find out that, hey, it can be in males too at the
Mhm.
same time,
Yes.
physically wise, especially, but more than just that.
Yeah.
Um, we got some special guest that is going to also be part of our show. They're still kind of working on things. We can see them in our what
In the back
in the
room.
back room,
Yes.
and we know pretty soon they'll get themselves together. And
So just kind of wave to us when you're ready.
yeah, yeah, wave to us when you're ready. Well, both of you. But he looks like he's the only one standing.
I know.
I'm hoping that both of them will be there. And
I
that,
saw her just a minute ago.
yeah, I certainly did. She'll probably be coming back pretty soon from that end. So, okay, I see. In fact, if you wanted to, there's a private chat. I'm gonna chat real quickly. Testing. Like he can always test in there if he wanted to. So just to help him out because they're new in town and new in doing this for the first time with us, at least for our show.
Yes.
That first time we were kind of jealous, but he went on somebody else's
This
show.
is-
But
this,
we don't
this
talk
is the
about it.
second time with us.
This is the second time.
Yes.
When were they with us before?
They were with us before a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, that's when we had a lot of technical problems.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to wait till she comes back because I want her to be totally involved with it because it is about talking about feminine
Yes,
energy
yes.
and whether it's divine or just feminine energy.
So-
It's important to make sure that we have other feminine energy people with
Exactly. So in the meantime,
us. Meantime. Mhm,
let's just real quick
mhm.
talk about what we did last weekend.
Okay.
And last weekend we had the Valentine
Oh yes.
movie night.
Yes,
and
we
it
did.
was really nice. Really nice. The movie was great. The company that or
Mhm.
would I say company or the people who shared the movie with us?
They're waving at us now.
Oh, okay. I was so busy looking at you. I didn't see.
I know you were so. Well, you want to go ahead and give a little short introduction to them, then we'll bring it on, and then we'll let them go ahead and speak who they are, their name,
Yes.
and how they're connected to, at least to us, and then we'll get things started again. So, folks, I'm gonna say to you right now, I'm gonna take us to a little brief. If I can get to the side, scroll at the bottom. Hey, make sure you share with your friends, share with your partner, share with your enemy, share with your family.
Your
Just
next door
share it all
neighbor.
over. Exactly. Exactly. Okay.
Yes.
So let's bring them in. We're going to share them in.
Exactly.
We're going to. Oh, I just hit share. Why am I not seeing them?
I don't know. Maybe it's the screen choice. or
Okay,
something.
that's got to be it.
There we are.
Oh.
Yes.
Were you guys there all the time?
Right.
No?
No, we just popped up.
Okay, good. Because that, if I just would, no, I'm not going to say anything. I've been having to run the show all the time, so I'm not going to complain.
There you go.
I'm going to let it go.
Yes. And welcome. And it's so good to see you all.
Mhm.
You know, we live about 50 steps away from each other. And
Now we don't, but okay.
well, they live about 50 steps away from
No,
us.
they're in that car right
Oh,
there.
well,
I can
I'm
see.
talking about when we're, at home.
No one knows that. They
Well,
may not want nobody to know that.
But nobody knows where we live anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, let them introduce themselves.
But I was just about to say that
Mhm.
we don't even get to see each other that much, but it's good to see you all.
Yes,
Yeah, same here.
yes.
Exactly. You guys look like you or just came from a party or get ready to go to a party. One of the two.
Looking all fresh and
A
lovely.
laundry mat party.
Yeah.
You know, if a laundry mat put in
And we had about 9 loads though.
We had a
wow,
party up here.
wow.
See, those are the not so glamorous parts of relationships that people don't talk about. When they talk about, couples meshing together and
Mhm.
doing things together, they don't talk about the dirty stuff. They don't air their dirty laundry.
I'll tell you what, Tide, Clorox, and the rest of them do. They love the commercials to make sure they get to
Oh,
each other.
yeah.
Oh, they
Oh,
love
yeah.
it. They have no problem about the dirtiness. Well, today again, We are talking about the divine energies. We'll be talking about the feminine energy and, of course, the divine feminine. So we're talking about two energies here: divine energy.
Divine feminine and feminine.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm kind of getting tongue tied here because I'm saying to myself, that means today's the day. I'm going to let Sharon do most of the talking, unusual, and hopefully we will hear from this young lady. Who
needs to introduce themselves.
Exactly. So introduce yourself.
My name is Abioye Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And I am Zuri Sana, aka Tasha Jones. I go by that too.
Tasha, aka Zuri Sana.
But I'm Zuri now first, and then I'm Tasha.
And do you guys agree upon this? No,
Clearly not.
Which energy are we dealing with here, divine or feminine?
I have nothing to agree, but we are going to hopefully clear a lot of that up so we can have better understandings, or some folks say a better overstanding.
Yep.
Hello.
Or what I like to say, a better understanding.
Oh, Adi, we didn't ask you that, but anyway.
How about we just stand? Standing in the truth of knowledge.
Well, we're going to talk about. We're going to get things started, and I always like to start things in a controversial way. The controversial way, usually when it comes to on the female side, is what are you going to bring to the table? What are you going to bring to the table? So we're going to play a little link here real quickly of someone who's talking about what you're going to bring to the table. You two might even know this particular show and this group that talks about relationships in the African-American community, but mainly they're 35 and younger, but I still like to watch it because it always gives me insight to what we relate. Okay, might be. Hold on. Here it goes. See if I can. Got to put it in, don't I? Okay, got to put it in.
Yeah, we were just watching this episode the other day.
Yep.
Here we go, so other folks can see it too. Here we go.
Like, number one, it's a super toxic question to ask in the first place when a man is saying, what do you bring to the table? I really, in my heart of hearts, feel like a lot of women can't even articulate it, because although there are tangible things that we bring to the table, there's a lot of intangible things that a divine feminine woman brings to the table. There's something about an energy. When you get around a certain type of woman, that woman's energy makes you want to be more, do more, have more, just in the very essence of having her around. And mostly because that woman understands how to operate around that man. What I mean by that is, there's a lot of women, especially in today's society, that are trying to tell their men, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Stop telling that man what to do and start planting seeds so he can feel good when he's doing it, when he's doing the leadership, when he's winning and doing all those things. And you celebrate him like it was his idea. And some people may call it manipulative, and in a sense it is. However, it's for the greater good of the colony. And I think that when a woman is in her divine feminine and understands how a man operates, and a man can be by the way, I do have to say this: feminine does not mean female, and masculine does not mean male. They are not genders, they are energies, and we all have both. But I'm talking about, there's a divine masculine and there's a divine feminine. And when you can really, move and shake in that yin and yang, it is magical.
Can you hear us now? My bad. See, that's why I'm not going to say anything.
No.
I said I'm not going to complain. You can hear me now, so that's what counts. Yeah. and I was getting ready to go another direction anyway. So now we're going to give it over to Sharon, because I know she wants to say something about what you just saw and give us a better definition to get things started between divine, I won't say between, but divine energy and feminine energy.
Well, what it is, as you say, it's not the difference between, but it is a distinction. And it's, and a lot of us kind of get locked into the feminine energy, and you don't really understand what the divine energy is, or that there's a difference. Or it's like, I have feminine energy, so that makes me divine. No, it does not. The terms divine feminine and feminine energy, even though they're often used interchangeably in spiritual and personal development circles, they have nuanced differences depending on the context in which they're used. So like the divine feminine typically refers to a spiritual, religious, or mythological concept that embodies the feminine aspect of the divine or the sacred. You with me?
I'm listening.
Okay.
Good.
All right. It's often associated with quality, and I gotta stop doing that. That's what I do in the
That's cool.
classroom.
I know.
Yes. It is often associated with the qualities such as intuition, nurturing, mothering you, creation, compassion, and collaboration. This concept is usually personified in various deities or figures across different cultures and religions, such as goddesses and in paganism, Hinduism, or other polytheistic belief systems, or as aspects of the divine in monotheistic religions like the Virgin Mary and Christianity. So
Catholic Church then, huh? I was in the Catholic Church for a little while, so I know that.
Yeah,
anyway.
not only in the Catholic Church, the Virgin Mary is
That's all part
held
of
up
that
in all types,
Judean Christian church.
yes,
Yeah.
all levels of Christianity.
Mhm.
You have that going on.
Yeah.
So we have the divine feminine, and we have, the feminine energy, and a lot of times we overlook the divine energy, and we figure that the feminine energy is good enough, that's where we need to be. And so what do you think about that? Do you think
No.
okay.
Well, tell a little bit more about the feminine energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell a bit more of that. Set that kind of ground, and then we'll move right into it.
Okay, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
The feminine energy.
Feminine.
Yeah, easy for me to say. I've been talking a lot today. Feminine energy is often described as a set of attributes. Whereas,
hold on, attributes would be like that pretty arm and legs. Okay, no, okay. I'm just saying, they said attributes. Okay, never mind.
yes.
Forget it. This is a PG show, so you guys hold your minds back.
Says
Okay.
who? This is a REAL show.
Well, maybe it was my male energy just picking something up. I don't know.
Yeah, that was the masculine energy.
That was a masculine.
And right now, your masculine energy is attracting my feminine energy.
Well, finish the
And neither-
feminine
okay.
energy thing.
Okay, it's described as a set of attributes or qualities that are traditionally associated with the female gender. But are present in all individuals regardless of their biological sex, which, as I was saying to you earlier, it makes sense because the biological, speaking biologically, males have both female and male chromosomes, whereas females
X's and O's. What it is?
X's and
Like
O's.
checkers, X's and O's.
Yeah, I think
O
it's
for the
kinda-
A, X's for. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we're gonna go with that.
Okay.
We'll go with that. And it's about the energy that is typically characterized by openness, fluidity, receptivity, emotionality, empathy, and expressiveness. So you will find feminine energy as that energy that allows, where you see women who are expressive with their hands, where they move and their bodies flow naturally in a certain way.
So us men will sometimes attach it to, they're more sensual.
Exactly.
Sensual.
Yeah. As in attacking or connecting with your senses.
Attacking my senses?
Yeah, sometimes,
Okay. All right. I'll just keep moving.
Okay, I was actually trying to say attaching.
No, I was like, what the hell you meant by attacking? You scared me for a minute.
Attaching to
Okay.
your senses, your visual senses. We wear perfume, or some people wear perfume, which will attract you from afar. That has, from the smell. the aroma, I'll put it that way, because
Okay.
smell usually connotates something not so nice.
Okay.
But so those types of things. And so that is what we think of as sensual and more feminine.
Okay. So the characteristics you're talking about, the fluidity, receptivity, emotional empathy, and expressiveness, before we even come to any kind of summary, is there any kind of balance between the two? It can be.
Of course there can be.
Let's before we do that, let's get them involved. Is that all right with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I know they're sitting on the
I was
edge.
getting ready to jump them in a few minutes ago.
Oh, you was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jump them in.
Come on in. Talk to us. Tell us what you think.
The
about
water
what
is fine.
Yes.
And
it's
no,
flowing.
there's no suds in it either. Start anywhere.
So what I think about what Sharon just said is what she described about the feminine energy. I agree with it. I'm still learning the difference with the feminine and divine aspect of feminine energy, but I would guess the divine aspect of it is, like she said, talking about one's higher self or higher nature, like the better qualities of it, because there's two different qualities. Try to pull some stuff up too. The feminine energy is like the balance qualities, and then you have the off balance, what it shows up as when it's not a balanced feminine energy.
Yeah, and so when you say that way, we look at, as I said earlier, feminine energy being, a lot of us see that, well, this is as good as it gets. This is as good as I need to be. So I am divine, and we end up kind of lying to ourselves, because we fall into that thing of I'm the feminine one, I'm the female, so I know what is best. And so then we get into that thing of overly mothering, I guess you could say, over nurturing, of, as the young lady was talking about, telling our man what he needs to do. That's not divine.
Hold on for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me that you tell me what to do when I tell you what to do?
Huh? No.
So I we try to keep it hot here.
Yes.
Which is what does it mean?
Honest,
open,
and transparent.
In your relationship, I'm just only speaking out right now as a guy, real quickly, in your relationship, and I'm going to ask Abby, you're not putting your hand on the Bible, and I'm asking you to be truthful. It's hot, but if you have to run out of the car real quickly after you get the answer, that's all right. We know why. Does that little short lady on the side with that big smile on the bright ass, has she ever told you what to do?
Has she ever told me what?
What to do?
Yeah. That's yeah. I would simply say yeah, but that's something we both do in our relationships. The man tells the woman what to do, and she tells the man what to do. But I think it's out of love.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say so.
Look at she's smiling over there. She said he said the right thing. He can stay in the car now. And he can continue to drive too. So I like that. I love that brother. I've talked to him personally many times. I would never, ever say anything negative about him. Really, he reminds me of a son that I didn't have. But one thing's for sure, I'm a sounding block for many, many people. Okay. And one thing I can say about this young brother, he is wise enough to know when to say the right thing. You're better than me. You are much better than me, brother. I'm going to learn from you. That's why you're here to help teach this old man.
I say it's reciprocal.
Exactly. And we know that is always a work in progress when it comes to a balanced, healthy relationship. We know that.
Yes.
We do not believe in the idea of perfect. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It just doesn't exist whatsoever. So we learn, at least on this earth school, to try to practice this, and hopefully we get better.
Yes. And that's one of those areas that I too, Zuri, am working on, because I have this thing about me that I'm just this nurturing. I'm always reaching out to, take care of something that sometimes don't need to be taken care of. Like, here's one of the big things when I'm always in my mind, I'm always editing, and so I'm always looking over his shoulder, uninvited most of the time, I will admit, and I will see a mistake that I know he's going to catch when he comes back over and do it. And while I'm looking over his shoulder, I'm minding my own business, and I will say, "That's spelled wrong. That word shouldn't be there." And inside me, I know this is not the time. This is not necessary. And that feminine energy just goes, blah, 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 and then there it is, And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. But at what point are you not really sorry, because you're really not controlling that part of you that you should control, which is keeping you from being divine?
Well, check this out. You were being in your feminine energy, because honestly, feminine energy is not control. Control is more of a masculine thing. The feminine energy is more what they call chaotic. It's like this, and the masculine energy is more like this. So that's why it's like when we do talk about one, we have to talk about the other, because that's what causes what would you say, like harmony, balance, and stuff like that. You will not get balance with just the feminine aspect. I promise you. That place, like the feminine energy represents the negative energy, and nobody ever talks about that, quote unquote. But if we're talking science, feminine is the negative pole, masculine is the positive pole, and that doesn't mean happy and bad. That they do different things. Like the negative energy to a battery post, the negative side of the post does a different thing than the positive end.
She's just referring to what they call yin and yang.
Yeah, but you need both of them. You need both of them in order to make it work.
In this particular case, I will speak on the male side, females, to let you know how I feel about it. Usually what happens is, in the writing structure and the flowness of your mind writing something down, Mrs. Writer, when you do something like that, you interrupt my thought process.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's what happens.
If
then I gotta start all over again when you do that.
And if I take that, and the point I was trying to make is, if I take that feminine energy and rise it to the next level, or raise it to the next level, which is divine, I would be able to wait and give you what you need when you need it, as opposed to just get out there unnecessarily.
Exactly.
And make an assumption that you need it.
Exactly. I know that there's sometimes I've talked to Sharon. I've talked Sharon on the many times before that sometimes unspoken things can be very good communication styles to connect with your mate. Like in this particular case, the power of touch is very powerful, especially in a female energy being.
Yes.
Especially at the divine state. So sometimes just a touch, touch on my back, touch on my head, really helps me stay in my concentration of what I'm doing at the time. And you show that feminine energy side that says, I'm connected to you. And at the same time, I'm sending you energies within you. And if you have
positive,
positive. And if you definitely have the gifting of Reiki itself, or Reiki, you may want to pronounce it, it really can be very helpful. And there's been times that you have used your gifting in Reiki, and that's been very helpful to me too.
Yeah,
very helpful.
Yes. And that's one of those times when I know my energy is moving in the realm, for lack of a better term, that it is supposed to be in dealing with you. And that's all that can do is make us work better together, because we're both getting what we need.
That balance is what you refer to. That's what we're trying to find. So give us some examples of some balance, because you were giving a overall, but we like to try, as we say, keep it personal, keep it real at the same time, using
Whether
our own
rubber meets the
testimonies.
road, as they used to
Exactly.
say.
Give us some examples of how you guys operate together. You're the youth here. We're the older here. So teach us older people and maybe some of the youth who are listening right now with your example. Hey, somebody just came in too to say something. Go ahead. What?
Wow.
Sir D.P. Fraser. I haven't seen him for a long time. Wow. My March Stellar theme, my girl. Wow. I can't believe it. Good day. You remember, Sir D.P.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes,
I'll be glad to
yes.
hear from him. Let me put him up. Go ahead. Give us your example.
So I think, what was I about to say? So for me, because these concepts for us as a people is still in its baby state, meaning I'm speaking on the last 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a baby state in my opinion. So because it's in that baby state for our people to step into these types of awarenesses and new ideas and perceptions,
Mm-hmm.
that's where having the grace to know having the grace for ourselves and then sharing it with each other is what allows the harmony and flow to take balance or to take place. But for us, it's an everyday process. But what that can tend to look like is, again, because men have feminine energy and women have masculine energy, in my opinion, whenever I'm more...
Abby, stop. You're giving us the colonial point of view, and you're all on a colonizer, man. I want to hear.
No. I wasn't going there.
Let him finish it.
You gotta
Because I knew where he was going.
As a male, because we have feminine energy too, it's my job to focus on what that means for me.
Mm-hmm.
And as a woman, it's her job to focus on what the masculine
an
energy.
example. What has you used in your relationship?
I was getting there.
Let us know.
Yeah, I was getting there. So again,
Your delivery is like backwards. I asked a question, go forward. You can get to your other side when you need to. I want to hear the forward side.
But I had to explain that part though, so that way people who are new to this, they can get it though.
What's that?
Let them be unique.
Backward.
There ain't nothing unique about this. I hear it all the time from her.
Yeah.
Her delivery is always from backwards, but she don't go specifically to the point.
Let people be themselves.
And I keep
That make it hard to communicate.
Mhm.
So that's one of the reasons why
What's that?
I'm a storyteller, and so that's
And you tell a lot of stories, all right?
I
Yeah,
I way I write. So okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
back to what you were saying.
I was making a point there. Let me see. Hopefully they come back to me. But an
It will.
example that we use is, I know I'm the male, and I know male energy can tend to be dominant. So it's my job to be balanced in my feminine energy. So there's times I shouldn't always just try to be the right one or establish my dominance just because I'm a male. Just because I'm a male doesn't mean that I'm always right.
You're doing that now. Give us example, brother.
I was.
Maybe you never do it. Maybe you never do it. That's why you don't have an example.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to go into it, but what would you say is something that we do as
To practice feminine and sitting together and doing our breathing techniques. That represents like the yin and the yang.
let me see. Listening to her intuition, her also listening to my intuition, listening to the way that she thinks on a thing, her listening to the way I think on a thing, and we both speaking about that with each other, carried into each other's emotions. It can play out in so many ways.
All right. Well, give us a distinct. Did something happen today where you two had to actually implement that? Because we live every day with choices that we have to make between one another, and many times we'll have to take that principle with us and make sure we implement it.
Today, let me see. That's a good question. Maybe not today.
Y'all give us an example. Maybe we can go off that example and then we'll know how to answer better.
Well, we just did.
Yeah,
At the beginning, we'll give you
when
another
I-
one, but we just did.
when I am over his shoulder and giving him direction that he really doesn't need, and I know he doesn't necessarily need it, and I just can't stop myself. Or I just
Well,
don't.
today I suggested that we put all the clothes in one load, and you was like, no, and I was like, yeah. Is that an example of the
That sound
feminine
like
energy?
a good example of masculine and feminine energy being harmonized, though. Let
Right,
me see.
harmonized.
Maybe like when she gave the example at that time, there was really no harmonizing. That's just an example that didn't show any harmonizing because I was pretty uncomfortable when she did it.
And she does it a lot.
Yeah, it's a bad habit, but it's one of those things. But overall, the applying of that principle from the divine side has everything to do with using, in this case, touch, as I gave as an example. That would be very helpful instead of the usual cycle over and over again that she uses, being the teacher every day, that I have to correct something that doesn't really need to be corrected. And so that's just an example of bringing harmony in that situation specifically. It's an unusual thing, but spiritual things are unusual. They don't always make sense. But in this particular case, for our relationship, it works very well. She has a very, very powerful touch. Don't use it enough, but it does have a way of bringing peace and harmony when it comes to our particular relationship. So that's just a distinct example. So hold on to that thought, because someone's telling me, which is probably me, we got some commercials to go through to keep these people on the air, I guess, because they want that to happen. So anyway, we're going to go to commercial, and when we come back, well, hopefully you guys will have another example. And hey, I love about the wash machine and stuff, because I know when we used to go to well, we still do. We still got to go laundromat. And
Yeah.
well, I don't usually run into that battle with Sharon because I don't turn on and operate washing machines too well. I don't know
No.
about that. Yeah, but I don't
Or
do that.
separate the clothes.
Okay. Separate the clothes. That's right. I don't do that well at all.
No.
Not even a little bit, I'll be honest with you. Okay, so we're going to go to commercial, and we shall be right back. There it is, because I got to be the chief cook and bottle
Well,
washer.
But we're not complaining.
Oh man, I didn't know where that commercial came from. I'll be honest with you, and how it was able to come back on. I don't have the slightest idea. Really, I don't.
And
Okay.
and that is a part of the joy of doing a live show.
Yeah. it is.
Stuff happens, and so so as we bring
Can I bring it back in? Sure.
yes
Okay.
as we bring Abioye and Azuri back
We're
in,
back.
I want to remind everybody, because we don't want to keep y'all out in the back. I want to
Mhm.
remind everybody that we are Aymar and Zare, or Craig and Sharon, and we are taking the journey together. And we have been taking this journey together for a few years now. And-
We on this
Well,
channel.
us together.
Okay, I was talking about this channel. And
No.
how long has it been us together? Because I don't remember today.
It has been us together for almost 16 years, almost 15 years.
16 years?
Almost 15 years.
Really?
Almost 15 years.
Wow.
Yes. How time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Damn. That's almost as long as it was with my first wife.
Oh,
It was 16 years with her.
hey, well, I don't know what that means, but
Well, it was a long 15 years.
well, obviously this one is kind of being short.
No, I mean, time has been running. We've been doing so many things. In life, it's
Yes.
not even funny.
Yes.
So I really haven't. I would never have thought about that.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit. Wow. Anyway, so we got more to go. Put it like
Yes,
that. We got more things to do.
that's just probably that's about I would say a fifth of the journey.
Okay.
Yes. So
Do you expect another 20 years?
no, I said a fifth of it. So
50
take
years?
16 times 5 is, I'm not a math person. I do English. But
Yeah,
whatever 15 times 5 is, that's how long we will be together.
We have a show that I found about couples who are over 90 years old
Yes.
who were marrying one another the second time around. In their testimonies, or their speaking about their being married the second time
Mhm.
around,
Yes.
is so blown away. One of these times we're going to play it back, because the way they talk to each other, to me, is so corny. It's not even funny. Real corny. But I guess if you're at 80 or 90 years old and you're doing this again and you want to do it again, I guess you got any damn way you want to speak to each other. Who's going to stop you?
Yes.
But all I know is they seriously say things to one another that you think would be out of this world. What's some of the things they've said? You remember?
They joke with each other about, I can't remember exactly what they said, but they just kind of joke with each other about what's going on and where they are and things like that. And
They do more than that. If she's making the eggs in the morning, he'll just say, "Baby, your eggs are so good. I can't ready to get some. You gotta hurry up and get them to me." And she'll go, "Okay, babe, I got no time, no problem with that. I'll get these eggs down and get them right to you."
yeah, and they were always showing using terms of endearment and things of that sort.
Seriously.
And it was really, and it was just flowing. It was not a contrived
Didn't seem to be.
thing. This was just how they were towards one another. I had an uncle who was like 78 or 9 when he met this woman, and he was in the hospital. Her son was in the hospital. They were in the same room, and that's how they met. And he was 80 when he married her, and they had a lot of happy times together. So what is age?
Man, telling you. Anyway, that's just a story of
Yeah.
someone. If you get there to be almost 80, 90 years old, are you still going to feel the same way? Are you still going to be able to make that connection again? I don't know.
And that's
We don't know.
And that's where you build that balanced relationship now, so that in those later years, you have that pleasure of being with one another. That that's where you get an understanding of the different types of energies that you have, so that you can know where to, I don't want to say compartmentalize them, but know what energies that you're in and what energies you're moving towards. And personally, my goal is the divine feminine energy right now. I'm not there, not 100%. I go in and out. But you know, I want to reiterate the fact that there is a difference between the divine feminine energy and feminine energy, and I feel like divine feminine energy allows you to cater more to the needs of the man in your life. And a lot of people think that's a bad thing. But maybe I'm old-fashioned or whatever, but I don't think so. I don't do it as much as I would like to, or as much as I feel like I need to. But that's important. Y'all don't have to be so quiet. Can you hear us?
Yeah, we
Listening.
yeah, just taking it in.
Okay.
Why don't you ask me?
Well,
Why are you looking at me?
No, that's what I was getting ready to do. I just, you know
I'm
what?
listening to you.
And here's the thing. I'm in a habit of looking at you when we're doing the show, and so it's like, okay, we've got guests. So what do you think about that? Just throw something out. Just
see what sticks.
yes.
So I pulled up this article, not this article, it's this picture that I want to share about the feminine energy, and some of it's like lower quality aspects as well. So I think it'll go right along with like what you were saying. So it says the feminine energy is receptive in its being. And to go back to our example, after I read that, I realized we do dedicate the morning half of our day to our feminine energy by being in meditation and sitting still. Then we have spontaneous and intuition, surrender, allowing, emotion, nurturing, radiance, feeling, receptive. These are all just separate words, not a sentence. Compassion, flow, willingness, tenderness, creativity, gentleness, openness, stillness, ease, patience, trust, sensitivity, community, empathy, and connection and love. So then when you fall off balance from what that is, you pick up on laziness, powerlessness, weakness, manipulation, withholding, neediness, codependence, oversensitivity, and over emotion. I thought that was pretty interesting. And then it also, like, it goes down the line of the masculine and then what the off-balance masculine is. But then when you put these two together, the feminine, the divine feminine, the divine masculine is what we should ultimately be striving for within. It creates structure, analysis, action, purpose, protection, focus, logic, assertiveness, discipline, planning, decisiveness, strength, direction, firmness, clarity, growth, determination, progression, stability, certainty, and individualism, reason, and transcendent. That word for me. I couldn't get that out for nothing. And power.
Transcendent, yeah. That'd be on the divine side.
Yes.
That was
yes.
a mouthful, she said.
Yeah, it was.
It definitely was.
Now,
it is.
Now that one was the balance.
Yeah. Now, with that said, that it seems like.
Hold on, when you say it, show them off. There you go.
Yes,
one showed
they
off.
are.
Got two showed off.
They're still looking fabulous.
Awesome.
And I look at them sometime and I go, are these really mine? But anyway, yeah, if I could get a close up, I would do a close up.
That's right, folks. She does these. We're trying to help her out to bring some money in. so
Bring
that
some
she can
clients in.
finally fly us to Tahiti. Oh, well, no,
Tahiti.
Tahiti, excuse me. One of the two. So here you go. Look at them closely. See how good they look. She will sometime do the other side because I'm the feet man, to be honest with you. I love the toes being down. She will get to that pretty soon. So show a foot up.
I won't be showing those off.
Oh, okay.
But
she does
we'll
that
have to
well.
take a picture. No, probably not. I will show off. I'll show off the fingers. I love them.
Hold on.
You are truly an artist.
So do you have, I know this is a sidebar, but we do this on the show because we're pretty spontaneous. Do you actually have pictures of some of your clients? Because I know you're putting it together on the site before. And when the show's over, which is close to, we're going to have you at least tell something about your site. If I got it early, I would have put it down below so it would have scrolled below us. But anyway, do you have pictures and stuff of some of your past clients?
Yeah, of course. But they're all on my Instagram.
Okay. Well, when we end the show, we're going to have you do some kind of.
As a matter of fact, if you get a chance, put your Instagram in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put your Instagram in the comments here, and then we can pull it up at the bottom, just like we did a few minutes ago with the comments from Sir DP.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Avi needs to do the same.
Yes.
Put something in the comments too, so we can put it up so people can see it. We got about another
4 minutes.
Another 4 minutes, but it can go slow and go fast.
Yes.
You're saying.
And so
we knew this show was going to be more than one time. Anyway.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a carryover.
Mm-hmm.
So this is part 1 that we're actually doing today. But the thing of it is, with what you have just said, now one of the things that I want is it possible for you to kind of encapsulate that into something that can be like a takeaway?
I'm gonna put something out while she's talking with Sleepy put up there.
Oh, nice. Can I give it to you?
Sell a what?
A takeaway from what I was just like, ultimately what I was just saying.
I would say this real quick. You got your healthy traits and you got your unhealthy traits. Your unhealthy traits is when you are not in a balanced state. When you are in your healthy traits and you healthy, when a man is healthy in his feminine and a woman is healthy in her masculine, that's where the balance comes. Then when they meet people of the opposing gender, they feel that coming, radiating from them.
That's true.
So when a man sees a woman who is balanced in her energy, he feels understood and seen. But when a woman sees a man who is balanced in his energy, she feels safe and secure. But that was just something small as a I guess a takeaway as well.
Yeah, because that's what you were trying to speak on earlier, and I thought that was like a really good point that you was making, was that when I came here as the feminine, in a feminine body, a female, but what I come to notice is when I tap into my masculine energy and form balance, and that actually makes the feminine expressive on the outside, on the physical side, a lot more. It's more radiant. Because I'm in a what is that? Oh, like a flow. Yeah, I'm in a very balanced flow with the energies within already. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically,
I'm just trying to get that word he has out. That's the first time I ever heard that kind of that energy word. So I was trying to get it to look it up. We know Sir D.P. Frazier. We know him personally. He used to come down to River Street all the time. So maybe the next time, our next show, we're going to talk about it because time is going on.
Yes.
That is an interesting one. I've never heard it before.
Yeah, that term.
Yeah, that term. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Basically, what I was about to say is, so it comes back to that need or that necessity to balance the divine feminine and the feminine energy to complement the divine masculine and the masculine energy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's,
it's the yin yang, because you can't get one without the other. You can't get positive without negative. If this whole world was positive, we wouldn't even know it. We wouldn't know the difference. You know, like you need them both, and then when you get balance in both, you get power.
That is one. Come and think of it. I'm just going to stop my mind real quickly. Abby, wasn't you supposed to be sending me a link to a brother that's into quantum physics? You haven't said that to me yet. You send that to me because there's something that came up today when I was doing some research that really went into quantum physics and things I've been taking a look at that has to do with creating something out of nothing. And I love to listen to this guy more because before I actually present it in this area of a relationship, I need to get a little more, how can I say, foundation in this. But I feel in my spirit there's a connection in here that has to do, well, I'll just leave that alone. Send me that link. I want to take a look at it and do some more research into it because I think it's very important in how we relate to one another. I'll just leave it like that.
I would say it's a must.
I would say more than just a must. It looks like it's just an existence, period. Yeah.
In order for people to understand these energies, they need to understand how this world and this world, which is outer space, and the inner space world or the invisible world works. So,
yeah, no doubt about it. And as you already know, energy can neither be destroyed or created. It just transforms actually from one state to another state. To if you want to keep it technical, from that particular area. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, we'll look at it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's just deep. He's talking some stuff. We want to get to him later on.
So we're getting close to the end. So.
Oh, hold on for a second. Hold on. Let's put this up real quickly. I like what he said. Hold on. Why don't you read that, Sharon?
The poet's jazzy third cousin. Oh, that's Tim. Part one. Yep. These two sunny ones are answers to Rodney King's question, wisely, pragmatically, anew. They live a paradigm that says, yes, we can get along, singing their unity in the community. Great American song. Their gold is rooted in out of many one, which is e pluribus unum, respecting each cultural sun. In a sense, they are keeping the beloved community alive, absent of the unsunny paradigm.
Interesting.
Wow.
I can't.
Wow.
He always speaks that way. I'm glad at the same time to hear him at least come today and speak to us. Next time, when you guys come with us on River Street, which we'll really quickly we'll talk about next weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll be back on River Street celebrating
St. Patrick's Day.
So you get a chance to go down there and visit these two. And I guarantee you, one of them, we'll talk a little bit. Oh, I better say real quickly because we've got 1 second, 1 minute, a half a minute left over, maybe that. This young man does a heck of a job when it comes to what? Massaging.
Therapy.
This young lady does a heck of a job when it comes to fingernails and other stuff. So you'll meet them down on River Street.
And she's an artist.
Yes, she is. And so, brother, you have a chance to talk as long as you want with all those folks on River Street because you will have their attention then on River Street. And there's a lot of people that come down to River Street from all over the world. So just because I seem to cut you off, don't worry, but you have plenty of time to speak what's in you, my friend, in your inner space. You'll have plenty of time. So anyway, 1 minute, we're going over. You got to say something. Then we got to stop. We got to go.
Okay, we are taking the journey together. We'll be back next week at 6:00 on the same channel. But on Saturday morning from 9 to 10 o'clock, we will be on WRUU 107.5. And we will also be taking the journey together. And we will also be talking about the same topic. But as I say all the time, you'll get a different view of it because it's live also.
Yeah.
Stay on if you will.
Yeah, because I gotta go. I gotta cut the show off.
Yes.
There it goes.
Until next time.
Like this. this. I like this.